out of the toilet.
Okay, so this is, I want to describe here what we're looking at.
Okay,
we're looking at a completely soggy rug that several days ago was, how high did the water
Just
come?
yesterday.
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 How high did the water flood up the wall?
Shoes.
The
water covered my shoes. The water, by the time I got here, the water was out in the parking lot, leaking from out of my hot water room thing. I got the pictures of that too.
Okay, now well let's see where it was leaking from, so I can make some you know,
the original leak came from.
Yeah, so it can make some sense on the video clip. And we're drawing it out here with this fan as much as possible.
Oh yeah, because they left it, but it originally came out the toilet.
Oh, this toilet?
Yep, that toilet.
Okay.
Yep, and it just ran and ran and ran.
So it came it came out of the toilet tank?
No, it came out of the toilet bowl.
So, but somebody told me that this wasn't sewage, that it was just water.
It was water, but it came out of the toilet bowl.
Mm-hmm. So do you fear that it might have been sewage water?
Yeah, the first time around it was. It was dirty. It was ridiculous. Yes, and we seen it. Because when we called the maintenance, they got here about 2 o'clock in the morning, and we were watching it. We were watching it, and all he could do was he would come in here with the wet vac, suck it out of the toilet, go empty the wet vac, and by the time he came back, it was pouring again. And that's all he could do. All he could do until like the other maintenance men came to help him, which was about 3:30 in the morning, and they finally shut off the water, and it was all floating, nasty ass brown water everywhere.
So, do you remember the date? This was the first time. Hi.
Sorry, how you doing?
This is the first time.
Actually, the first time was 2 years ago.
Oh, okay. So the nasty ass brown water. Do you remember the date on that?
It was on the 29th
of
last month.
Of August.
August. Yes.
Okay. So now this about 3 weeks later started. How many days ago? This particular round.
This started like four days ago, and it has been flooding daily ever since.
Okay. So now, did it come from the same toilet?
It came from the same toilet.
Now somebody told me, I think it was Renee, that it had something to do with a tree.
Oh yeah, the tree.
The cause of it.
Right. The tree, which I believe is this tree because there ain't too many trees else around here. The roots from the tree has burst through the pipes. And
you believe that?
Oh, I know that because I seen it. The first time when it first flooded 2 years ago, I had water everywhere and couldn't figure out where it was coming from. Okay, and so they kept sending people out here. They were like snaking the toilet, didn't help. I had water still everywhere. So I called a plumber myself from the city. The plumber came out here. He did all his little tests and laying on the floor and listening with his stethoscope thing. And he finally brought something called a sea snake, which is a snake with the camera on the end, that he shot down my toilet. And we had a big, pretty, crystal clear monitoring screen, and we watched it go down the tube. And we came to something that looked like that. And he said, "You see those?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Those are tree roots." And you could see around the pipe where it was busted in and the dirt had fell in, but the tree roots had tissue and stuff stuck all on it. He said, "That's what's causing the backup, because those roots are grabbing a hold of tissue, blocking it, and it's backing the water up." He said, "They're going to have to replace the pipes." I asked him, I said, "Well, would you tell my manager that, you know?" And he was like, "Sure, because that's what's going to have to be done, or else it's not going to be, it's going to keep, continue to do that." He went and told my manager, and then he came back and told me, well, I did tell him. He wasn't too accepting of it, of what needed to be done, but I did tell him.
The manager wasn't.
Right. And so after he left and the water was still flooding, I told him, I said, "Well, the plumber said you need to replace them pipes." He said, no, they just want a high-paying job. That's not what's wrong.
Okay, I'm standing very close to you because of the background noise here.
Right.
And so I hope you understand that, and you're
okay.
feeling comfortable. But this was the first time.
Yes, that was the first time.
That a month ago.
No, this was 2 years ago. Right.
So in those 2 years, they haven't done anything about the tree roots?
As long as it's not
CHP,
flooding.
I understand
Yes.
CHP is a new housing provider here, though.
Right.
Was this housing provider all along? CHP. So they're responsible for it. They have done nothing to the roots, and this is the cause of this
all of this.
particular spill.
Yes.
So we.
And there's another man. They hired their people, the CHP. They hired a plumber to come out here 3 weeks ago when it first started the floods again, and he too put a camera down the thing, and me, the maintenance guys, and everybody were crowded in the bathroom with them, and we shot. And about 18 feet out, you see the roots and the pipe caved in. And he took video. He burned a disc of that, and he gave it to the people up in the front. And that's the same roots that was there 2 years ago that originally started this. And he told them this is going to be a problem if you don't fix it. You just can't snake it and clear it right now because it's going to happen again.
So the snaking stopped it temporarily.
Yeah, temporarily.
and
It cleared out
course-
the tissue and stuff.
And is this the perpetrator
That
tree?
is the perpetrator tree.
Out here,
And I know-
this poor broken down old cut down poor. It looks like a what am I thinking of? A dead tree.
Yeah. Oh, it's not dead. It's good and alive.
Really?
And then
Is
I
it?
know. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
The
Oh, and of course,
see that
there's
little
stuff
sprig?
growing out of it.
Oh well, I cut the branches down. It was a lot. Cause see,
What?
I'm tall. I'm almost 6'3".
Yeah.
These branches hung out to about here. I couldn't come out here without ducking around. And I would ask them, would you please cut the tree back or something? And it was one of them spiderwebby trees that got spider webs everywhere.
Yeah.
And I said, well, could you please cut the branches up or something so I could walk outside? They were
Yeah.
like, sure. They never did it, so I did it myself. But
So this looks like a corpse of a tree, but this tree is
it's
very,
alive.
very much alive.
Absolutely, it sure is.
Okay.
And see, and I know that it's the roots because you see how the concrete is tilting up.
Let's get a shot of that.
Oh yeah, it's tilting upwards. Uh-oh.
Yeah, let's
Come on.
get Rudolph
Rudolph. Yeah.
out of the way.
Okay, you got it.
Looking forward to
We'll deal with you guys.
little
at
Christmas
time.
thing in here.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you see how that's tilted
Yes.
upwards?
Yes.
And this right here, this crack wasn't here when I moved in here, so that's how I know it's lifting up. And when I planted my grass, because this was all dirt. I sat on a crate with a hand shovel and a weeder and pulled out every weed, and I planted my grass. This used to be level. It was all level.
Are you
This is
talking
great.
about the bricks over there that are all uneven?
Yeah, that and this edge right here. This edge was flat and level with the grass.
The ground.
And you see that?
Right next to your foot.
This was left. The dirt is it's raised.
You can see it's clearly it's lifted up, and that means that there are roots underneath. it.
Absolutely.
And do you think this all uneven brick there's roots under that?
There's some roots under there too, but
Do you-
there's mostly going this way.
This way.
Yep.
And that accounts for the cracking
That
over
accounts for the
here.
crack. Yep.
Yeah.
Because it's totally shifted this back cement slab back here.
Wow.
It
So
sure
it's
has.
moving out in this direction. So you have followed its progress
Oh,
and
yeah.
its trail as it does its destructive thing, which trees do, because they're
Right.
just trees.
Right.
So
I have followed
to
it.
fix this, they would have to get under here and cut. Is that what they'd have to do? And chop out the roots?
That's what they're going to have to do come next week.
So are they going to do it?
That's what they say.
Who's they?
The management that was here yesterday, she said that that's what they're going, because they have to solve the problem of the pipes. You know what I mean? So they're going to have to they said they're going to take the tree and the roots out first.
Yeah.
Then the people are coming to replace the pipes, which is right in front of my door. That's why all this stuff is back here, because they have to bust out the ground in my shed, in front of my door, and into my kitchen to replace the pipe.
Okay, can you show me all that?